At 11:57 on a rainy night, 16-year-old Sam walked alone through the oldest part of the city. His jacket was wet, and his school bag felt heavier than usual. Inside the bag was a letter he had already read 12 times. His scholarship application had been unsuccessful. Two short words had followed him all day: not selected. As Sam crossed a narrow street, he noticed a tall wooden door between two closed shops. He had walked this way hundreds of times, but the door had never been there before. Midnight arrived. The door slowly opened, and warm golden light spread across the wet pavement. For one breathless moment, even the rain seemed to become silent. Beyond the door, shelves rose higher than any ceiling. Thousands of books filled the darkness, and small lamps floated gently above circular tables.
You are almost late.
Late for what? I think I have the wrong place.
Late for the part of your life that has not happened yet. People who come here always believe they have the wrong place.
That morning, Sam had waited outside a scholarship interview room with shaking hands. The scholarship could have taken him to a respected media school where he hoped to become a filmmaker.
Why should we choose you, Sam? Because I believe stories can help people.
The answer had been clear every night he practiced it. But under 3 waiting faces, his mind emptied and his voice disappeared. When Sam left the building, he already knew the result. He felt as though one frightened minute had destroyed 3 years of dreaming.
How did it go? Badly. I froze. You prepared for months. Why did you give up inside the room? You think I wanted to fail? You only care when I succeed.
The word give up had hurt more than David understood. Sam's answer hurt David just as deeply. Sam closed his bedroom door. David raised his hand to knock, then stopped. Both wished the other person would speak first. Neither did. Emma, Sam's closest friend, sent 6 messages. She knew about the interview. She knew how afraid he had been. Sam read every message and answered none.
Sam, my mother accepted a job in another city. We leave tomorrow morning. Please answer. I do not want to leave without seeing you.
Sam wanted to reply, but shame told him to wait. He placed the phone face down, pulled on his jacket, and walked into the rain.
What is this place?
A library of unfinished choices. These books hold moments people wish they could live again.
You mean memories?
More than memories. They show what happened and what happened afterward.
Why am I here?
Because tonight, you decided your story was already over.
Sam opened the first book. The library dissolved into a small kitchen where a father named Daniel stared at a message from his estranged son, Leo.
Can they see us?
No. We are watching a choice that has already passed.
Daniel and Leo had argued 2 years earlier. Each believed the other should apologize first. Tonight, Leo had written only 3 words. Can we talk?
Tomorrow. I will call him tomorrow.
His finger hovered above the phone. Then he placed it on the table. Days became months. Months became years. Daniel's hair turned gray, Leo moved far away, and the empty chair across the table remained empty. Then an accident placed Leo in a hospital bed. Daniel held his unconscious son's hand, carrying years of unsaid words into one terrible room.
I am sorry. I should have called. I thought there would always be another day. Did Leo hear him?
We cannot know. Waiting was the cruel part.
The second book opened on 17-year-old Anna. She stood beneath bright stage lights, holding the violin she had loved since childhood. One wrong note crossed the concert hall. A few people whispered. Anna finished the piece, but embarrassment followed her from the stage.
One mistake does not decide your future. Tomorrow, you can play again.
Everyone heard it. I am finished.
That night, Anna closed the violin inside its case and pushed it into the darkness of a cupboard. Fear called the decision sensible. 20 years later, Anna attended a concert. A young musician played the same piece. Anna cried for the dream she had buried after one imperfect evening.
She can still begin again.
She can. But the longer fear controls us, the more normal it begins to feel.
Anna touched her old violin, then closed the case again. The red book returned to its shelf, and Sam could no longer pretend these stories were random.
The father who waited. The girl who stopped after one failure. The friend who said too little. The library chose them because of me.
Sam rushed to the golden door, but it would not open. Behind him, the lamps dimmed.
You may leave after you read one more book.
A single shelf moved from the shadows. On it rested a black book bearing Sam's name. He did not want to touch it.
I already know my story. I failed. I disappointed my father. My best friend is leaving.
You know what happened today. That is not the same as knowing your story.
The first page showed 6-year-old Sam laughing on his father's shoulders, holding a toy camera. Sam had forgotten the safety of that moment. The next page showed David beneath a bus late at night. His hands were covered with oil, and exhaustion pulled at his eyes.
There is another night shift. Can you take it? Yes, I will take it.
David looked at Sam's photograph before answering. Every extra hour had been meant to open a door for his son. He used the money to buy Sam's first second-hand camera. The camera was small, but the hope behind it was enormous. Late at night, David watched filmmaking lessons he barely understood. He wanted to learn the language of Sam's dream.
Why should we choose you, Sam? Take your time. Tell them why your stories matter.
David practiced interview questions toward an empty chair, afraid his help would feel like interference.
He never showed me any of this.
People do not always know how to show love in the language we expect.
The book returned to the argument. After Sam closed his door, David had stood in the hallway, ready to knock and unable to begin.
I pushed too hard.
He opened the scholarship letter. His face held worry, not disappointment.
I only wanted him to believe he could do more than I did. Now he thinks I'm ashamed of him. I am not ashamed of him, but I made him feel that way.
The pages carried Sam to a bus shelter. Emma checked her phone again and again while her suitcase waited beside her.
I am scared about moving. I wanted to see you before I go. Please answer.
She deleted the first 2 sentences and sent only the last. Sam's silence remained. The book showed one possible future. Emma moved away. A few messages became fewer, then none. Their friendship faded without an honest goodbye. Sam and David continued living in the same house, yet years of careful silence made them strangers at the same table. Sam stopped applying to film schools because he feared another rejection. He accepted work that paid the bills but never awakened him.
My first rejection taught me how to prepare for my next opportunity.
Older Sam turned off the interview. His father's camera lay unused beside him, covered with dust.
Stop. I do not want this future.
He turned the next page. Hundreds of pages were completely blank.
Why is the rest empty?
Because that future has not happened. You saw where today's choices could lead. A possible future is a warning, not a prison.
On Clara's desk, Sam noticed an old photograph of 2 young women. For the first time, the librarian looked away.
Is that your sister?
She asked me to stay one more week because she was unwell. I said my future could not wait. She died 3 days after I left. For years, I wished to reopen that moment. But regret cannot become a home. This library does not return us to yesterday. It helps us choose tomorrow.
The library clocks moved towards sunrise. The highest shelves began to fade and their golden lamps became pale. Books disappeared into streams of light. A magical wind crossed the room as the midnight library prepared to close.
Some people leave their book here and repeat the same choices. Others take responsibility for the next page.
What do I have to do?
You cannot write an event that has not happened. Write only the choice you are willing to make.
Sam lifted the pen. His hand still trembled, but fear no longer held it still.
Today, I will not allow fear to speak for me.
Golden light moved across the page, through Sam's hands, and toward the great door. The door opened. The rain had stopped, and the first color of sunrise rested above the street.
Go, Sam. Your next page is waiting.
Will I ever see this place again?
People usually find the library only once. Once is enough when they truly understand.
Sam ran through the quiet streets. Nothing about the scholarship result had changed, but he no longer believed one bad day could decide every day that followed. The kitchen light was still on. David sat at the table, looking as though he had not slept.
Dad, I am sorry. I was ashamed, and your words made me think you believed I was weak. But what I said to you was not true. I should not have said you gave up. Sometimes my fear sounds like anger. My fear sounds like silence.
David brought out the notebook of questions he had prepared. For the first time that night, father and son laughed at how badly both of them expressed love.
Then we should practice. We can learn to say things better.
They reached the station before Emma's bus left. Sam chose honesty before fear could choose silence again.
I failed the interview, and I felt ashamed. You are my best friend. You deserve the truth, not silence. I do not want distance to erase what we have.
I was never angry because you failed. I was angry because you decided I could not handle the truth.
You are right. I am sorry.
Call me tonight. Not tomorrow.
Tonight. I promise.
In the weeks that followed, Sam asked for interview feedback. David questioned him every evening, and Emma joined by video. He practiced instead of hiding. 3 months later, Sam entered another interview with shaking hands. This time, he understood that fear was a feeling, not a prediction.
Tell us why stories matter to you. Because one honest story can help someone make a different choice.
Sam was accepted. Later, he returned to the old street, but the golden door had become an ordinary wall. Through his camera, one last spark of golden light appeared. Your past may explain your pain, but it does not own your future. There are blank pages ahead. Do not give the pen to regret. Write the next page with courage.
Today, I will try again.